My story began early morning with a loud bang in the front door. The police coming in, searching, looking for my older brother. He was nowhere to be found. When they finally contacted him, he was sentenced to 30 to life in prison. That really affected me personally at the age of 9 years old. You know, I loved my brother. I really looked up to him and everything, and just to see my family go and have to struggle through those circumstances and that challenge they were facing, it was really difficult for me. At junior high, I started, you know, getting involved with the wrong crowd, the wrong teenagers, doing things I shouldn't have been doing because I grew up in church. You know, I knew about God. It's not like I was ignorant to that. I knew that I was sinning. Nonetheless, I still decided to go and want to experience and, you know, be part of, you know, what this world had to offer. So I went in. I did have my fun time, my good times, but it wasn't until high school, my last year of high school, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. Seriously, it was just God who allowed me to graduate from high school. I didn't have any goals, I didn't have any desires. I really didn't care much about my life anymore. At that point, you know, I didn't care. I wanted to die. I wanted to just give up and not do anything. But you see, God's so great because His plans for my life were completely different. And the reason for that is because He had things that He wanted me to fulfill in life that I just wasn't aware of. And He came to my life. He brought me back to church. I was in desperate need of Him. You know, using drugs and alcohol and had me messed up. I could have seriously lost my mind. I could have seriously gone crazy. But it was God's mercy in my life that He decided to give me another chance. You know, I remember crying that one Friday night, begging to God to just give me another chance. You know, and I promised Him, God, if You allow me to live, I want to serve You. I want to live my life for You and no one but You. And that Sunday when I came to church, God touched me in an amazing way. I still remember the presence of God just falling upon my life. I'll never forget that experience. It was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had ever experienced with people in my life. I felt God's love. I felt His presence. I felt that forgiveness in my life. It was something supernatural. And from that moment on, some people say it's hard to give up drinking, it's hard to give up drugs, it's hard to give up this life of sin. You know what? It's not hard. Because when God produces that change in your life, it happens overnight. The next night, I was a completely different person. My parents noticed the way I spoke, the way I was behaving. It just wasn't, you know, the person they were used to seeing. From that moment on, God just started, you know, filling my life with dreams. He started filling my life with goals. I started going to college. I still didn't know what I wanted to do, but slowly God started revealing to me what it is that He had for me to do. And just seeing the doors that He's opened, you know, He allowed me to go to university, something I never in my life did it ever cross in my mind that I would end up at a university and, you know, preaching the Word of God and sharing the love of God with others. And it's just amazing to see what God can do in a life, in an open heart. You know, all you have to do is open your heart and say, Lord, you know, I want to do something. You know, I want to do something for You. I want to be different. I want to change. I need something to just drastically change in my life and, you know, produce a positive outcome. You know, and my name is Yesenia, and this is my awakening.
You're gone.